Hey, my friends, what is going on? Andrew Axum with Axum Outdoor Adventures. I am out in the backyard this evening. I've been doing some prepping for the upcoming East Coast Slingshot Tournament. I will be leaving day after tomorrow to head for Pennsylvania. My wife and I are excited about that. But tonight, I wanted to do an unboxing of something I'm very excited about. A lot of you know, I'm a knife enthusiast, and I like to collect all different kinds of knives, but one I've been wanting for quite a while is a gravity knife. And if you know anything about gravity knives, you know they are one of the most illegal knives you can own in a lot of places. And they're not illegal in Indiana where I live to own or to carry. I think there are certain restrictions on them if you use them in a self-defense situation, though, where you have to be able to prove it. They're pretty highly debated in certain communities as far as how dangerous they are. In my opinion, they are absolutely no more dangerous than any Spyderco or Switchblade, which are legal a lot of places now. They're no more dangerous than any other knife. The knife is dangerous, the blade is the dangerous part, not how it opens. But for whatever reason, a lot of places still have them illegal. So if you decide to buy one, be sure you check with your local laws. I think some places you can own them and not carry them. It's different everywhere, so be sure to check. In Indiana, you can own them and carry them. I am a big Spyderco fan. Most of the knives I buy are Spyderco, but when I started looking around for gravity knives, I came across some knives, some brands I wasn't familiar with. And one of them I had never heard of at all, seems to have some pretty cool products, and it is the Daily Carry Company. The back of it here says carry what matters. And at first, when I started looking at gravity knives, I was looking at a couple of different brands, and this was one of them. But one of the things that sold me on this one was they're made in America, for one thing, which is not an end-all be-all for me. I'll buy a quality product wherever it's made, but if I can buy one made here in the States, I like doing that. Also, one of the things that's different about this gravity knife is it is a magnetic gravity knife. And I will stop yapping about it and just open it and show you guys. And we'll tell you a little more about it, specs and stuff. So this one comes, I'm going to turn the camera off so it doesn't follow me, comes in a very nice magnetic box here. And this is the Parachute. I think I got the 1911 edition, and I'll take it out and show you. Again, there's a magnetic box, pretty strong. Open it up, there's some other information in here. I see the knife there in the bottom, but let's look and see what's in here first. So I threw over my shoulder there some extra hardware it comes with, and I think I know what this is for, but we'll look at it here in a second. This comes with an Allen wrench type tool. Well, I guess it is just an Allen wrench. It's got some really small ends on it though. A sticker for the Outdoor Carry Company, and a cool little patch on the back that's Velcro on one side. And I'm going to put that on one of my Slingshot carry bags. But and then this other bigger thing in here, this littler one is a carrying bag. This one I want to be sure not to cut it when I open it, because I'm not entirely sure what it is. It looks like maybe, just looks like it's a nice cleaning cloth. And that makes sense because, let me close my Spyderco up here. The knife itself, and this thing is a beauty, is made out of titanium. So this is a titanium gravity knife, and I've never opened this before, so you guys are going to have to bear with me while I look at it for a second. But yeah, that's what I think this cloth is for. Just this has got a really nice titanium finish, and one thing a knife has to have for me is a pocket clip. It's got a nice pocket clip on there. So I mentioned this was magnetic, and I've seen some other reviews people have done on this, and I know, yeah, you open the top section up there and it does come right back down. It's magnetic. So the way that a gravity knife works, if you're not familiar with them, is they're in two pieces. The bottom part, I'll kind of call it the tray here. I don't really know if that's what it's called, but and the top part that opens up. And then if you look inside there, you can see the blade, and the blade itself slides out, and this little sort of nub or fitting here gets locked into place by that. And this being magnetic, it holds, you know, a little better than just the regular gravity knives. But the point is, this knife is, there's no, it doesn't take anything to open it but gravity. And for whatever reason, these are illegal in a lot of places, highly illegal. And this knife is no more dangerous than this knife or any other knife with a cutting edge on it. But speaking of the cutting edge, this particular one comes in M90 steel, which I am, or excuse me, M390 steel is what I meant to say. That I am not a huge steel expert, but I know enough about some of the super steels and stuff to know that M90 is a highly desired steel. I think it's made by a German company. I can't remember all the details of it right now, but I know M90 is desirable steel. And this particular knife I bought in the clipped edge configuration, whatever you call that. It also comes in a tanto blade and a double-edged dagger type blade, which if you've seen a lot of gravity knives before, a lot of them do have that double-edged dagger style. I saw this one, and I am not a particular fan of clipped edge blades, whatever they call drop point blades. I think that's what they call them. I'm not a huge fan of those in general, but I thought that on this particular knife, it looked particularly attractive with the titanium handle, and also the blood grooves or whatever they call that on either side. This kind of almost has that K-bar style feel, but it's much smaller than a K-bar. This is a Spyderco, which one is this? The Endura for a comparison. So a lot of people are familiar with this knife. There's a size comparison, a little smaller, probably more comparable to the Spyderco Delica. And so let me close these back up before I end up cutting myself. But yeah, this is a very cool blade. It has that magnetic attachment, which makes it a little, it's not attachment, I guess, but feature, which makes it a little more secure. And this blade, I've heard some other reviewers saying there was a little bit of play. I don't really feel any play in this blade to speak of. I mean, this is the most secure out of the front blade I've ever felt. And just a very clean, utilitarian looking knife. Give you a better look at the handle there. It says Daily Carry Company. And again, this is the 1911 model, I think, with the particular drop point blade. But I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing with this. Again, if you get a gravity blade, be sure that it's legal in your area. There's absolutely no reason it shouldn't be, except for those pesky politicians. So be sure yours didn't screw it up and make where you can't carry one of these. But yeah, I'm thrilled with this. I will put a link to the Outdoor Carry Company down in the description. I wasn't familiar with them. They have a lot of really neat products. They have some metal toothpicks I saw. They had a really cool bolt action ink pen I'm gonna buy next, and I'll probably get a few more of these gravity knives. These things are really neat. So again, I'll put a link down in the description to the Outdoor Carry Company, but really liking this knife. So check them out, and don't forget to go down and hit like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this, found it helpful or entertaining. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun if I don't cut my fingers off. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. See you next time.